What's going on, guys? Aiden here from Aiden and David, and today I'm joined by David to do a little vlog because we're packing to go home back to Australia. We are in Singapore and we've just been packing. I've been chilling most of the time. We're gonna go.
Mummy's been packing. Aiden's been playing on the floor.
And we're gonna go for like a little walk, maybe some shopping, and then we're gonna go to the airport, take a taxi to the airport, and we're gonna go home to our grandma and grandpa's house.
So do you want to talk a little bit about all the things that have happened since our first entry in bed in the Florence Inn? Just briefly.
No, let's do it all.
All right, so we drove. We spent the day in Delhi. We went and visited the tomb that was actually the predecessor for the Taj Mahal.
I remember we flew into India very late at night Indian time, which is 5.5 hours behind Australia, and
after a 3 hour. Anyway, we talked about that already in the last one.
Yeah, and
So we spent, just quickly, we spent a day in Delhi. We got talked into buying a very expensive Kashmiri rug that we didn't even want to buy. And we went and visited the tomb that was the original of the Taj Mahal, which we later saw in the trip. And then we went to bed, and the next day we got picked up by our good driver friend whose name was Raju Thakur, and also Raju Kumar. I'm not sure which is his real last name. And we went driving for a long time.
Oh my gosh, long drives.
That was a long drive.
Yeah, we drew.
How long was that first drive, Mummy?
It was like
9 hours.
4 or 5 hours. It wasn't 9 hours.
It was something like that. We got picked up.
But the thing is, where did we go?
Mandawa.
I can't remember.
To Mandawa, to our very first, and to me, I mean, the last two hotels have been the fanciest, but the first hotel, the Vivana Culture, was pretty awesome. So,
the Vivana Culture Hotel. Is that where it was in Mandawa?
Mandawa, Vivana Culture Hotel.
I remember.
So it's a beautiful old, couple of 100-year-old kind of villa, a rich merchant's villa in Mandawa that they transferred.
They had this whole walkthrough that you would just walk through the whole. Like there's like 3 stories, and then there was a place where you go out, and it's like. It
was amazing. You'll see the photos on our on our vlog.
We did do like a video. We'll edit our first editing video. It's gonna take hours. We're gonna be awake for a while.
We're gonna work on that over the rest of school hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so we better press on, otherwise this video is going to go for 100 hours. So we spent 2 nights in Mandawa. We explored the town a bit. It's just a small village with some beautiful old Havelis.
I saw a dead dog. That was the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was pretty. So we went to visit this it's like a dam that fills up during the monsoon season, and Aiden went sprinting around it like he does, and he nearly put his foot straight into a dead dog. He didn't see it. Anyway, but what's funny is that they bathe in this lake with dead dogs and floating cows and all sorts of stuff. So anyway,
I cried. We went straight away.
He toughened up over the course of the trip. I saw a dead cow at one point with a dog eating its way in through its bum. His body was halfway inside the cow. Anyway, so we spent 2 days there. It was a beautiful hotel, beautiful food. There was like a puppet show.
Nice chips.
Yeah, puppet show each night, and desert singers and.
Yeah, and there was the second night we stayed there. We lit up lanterns and we lit it into the sky, but there was a karaoke room which I liked.
Yeah, it was a karaoke room. Anyway,
I forget what that is.
Karaoke room when you're singing in the microphones. Yeah. Anyway, let's press on. It's 4.5 minutes in, and we're only at the first hotel. Okay, so we went from Mandawa to Bikaner. We stayed in an actual king's palace. It was kind of in 2 halves, and the king, the Maharaja, well, actually it was the Maharani, I think, was the one that was still alive. But so they lived in half of the palace, and the rest was a hotel. So we were staying in an actual Maharaja's castle, palace.
I don't remember that.
It was the night that we had like 2 rooms. Mummy and Bubba had their own room, and we went out and watched the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
So we saw, we'll show you the photos later, but we saw a wedding that literally cost over $1 million Australian dollars for, well, they go for a few days, but
we aren't that
unbelievable.
Rich, not that wealthy.
And we visited a fort there in Bikaner, and then we drove the next day to Jaisalmer, which Mummy and Aiden in particular really liked. So we stayed again in a kind of a new Haveli, like it was a new building but built in the old style. Had this beautiful rooftop restaurant.
That one, okay, and we watched the wedding, just who danced on the roof.
Yeah, it was a wedding procession through the streets, and we were up on the roof on the 3rd or 4th floor, and you could see this beautiful fort up on the hills.
You would
in
look
the distance.
over the. We were eating outside. It was very cold, but we had blankets and stuff. That was nice.
Yeah, it was really kind of cool.
But we looked over behind us. It just went down.
But the bad thing is, Daddy's pretty sure that's when he got his food poisoning.
Okay, so he got
For
really
the week
sick.
after Jaisalmer, Daddy was sick as a dog. Anyway, so Jaisalmer we stayed for 2 nights.
And then where did we go next?
Wait,
we visited the fort in Jaisalmer.
Yeah.
The big fort.
It's
Where
the
people
biggest-
live.
That's right. 3,000 residents of Jaisalmer still live in this fort. But you have to be a Brahmin, and you have to be a descendant of the people who originally lived there. But it's pretty amazing. So the guy who was our tour guide still lived in the fort.
He's a Brahmin.
He's a Brahmin. A lot of the people we met were Brahmins. So do we go to Udaipur or Jodhpur next?
It was.
Jodhpur.
was
Jodhpur,
Jodhpur.
Udaipur, Jaipur, yeah.
And then I got very sick in Jodhpur. And was it Jodhpur?
Udaipur.
Udaipur. Okay, so we're at Jodhpur now.
Yeah, we went to Jodhpur.
Okay, where was that? Was it the one with the gardens in the hotel?
Yeah, the real
And
flowery green gardens.
The one the day when I started getting sick, the day we were leaving there.
Mm.
And then
when we went to Udaipur, that's right, and then we really got sick once we got there. Yeah, so Jodhpur is beautiful hotel.
I had to put that dog that you just saw. I had to put that under a bench because I was too freaked out.
Okay, so anyway, beautiful hotel in Jodhpur. We quickly went and looked at another beautiful fort. The kids were not in the mood for it that day, so we didn't do as much as we could have. So then we went to Udaipur, which is a beautiful city around a lake. But that was the day that we stayed there 2 nights, but Aiden and I got really sick.
I vomited. I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
I just.
But so we went.
Everything.
The second day we went, the main day, the day we were there for the full day, we went for a boat cruise. Both of us were a bit better that day.
Bit better. I felt a little ill in the stomach when I was walking. I could hardly. I mean, I could walk a bit, but.
Daddy and Aiden barely ate for about 7 days.
Yeah.
So anyway, and so the next day, Udaipur, we got picked up again and drove to Pushkar, which again, gorgeous city built around a lake. Pushkar, we only stayed for 1 night, but we really could have stayed there for.
Built around a lake. Wait.
Remember we had the blessing with
It's hard to remember.
Blessing with the priest.
I lost mine. I wanted to keep it on. It just fell off. Like incinerated from so much swimming.
So anyway, Pushkar.
It was actually quite big for me, so I just slid it off.
Oh, okay. Put it in the bin.
Yep.
The priest's blessing. Okay, Pushkar was beautiful. And we were able to kind of walk around by ourselves without the guide. There was a big music festival, world music festival, lots of tourists there.
That was beautiful. There was like the lanterns around the ocean. Not like the lake.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's the only temple in all of India to Brahma, the actual god Brahma.
There's hundreds of thousands of gods in India.
That's right. There's a temple in the middle for Brahma, and a temple on one hill for one of his wives, and a temple on the other hill for his other wife, because that's how they roll.
Yeah.
So from Pushkar, we're very sad. The only bad thing about Pushkar is our hotel was a long way out of town. If we had stayed in a hotel in town, we could have walked around and enjoyed it a bit more. Anyway, so we went from Pushkar to Jaipur, where we stayed for a couple of days. Jaipur is a big city. It's just more people than Sydney, and it's very big and messy.
Well, Delhi, where we stayed first, has more population than anybody. All Australia, just Delhi itself, has more people than Australia.
That's right.
Well,
so we stayed in Jodhpur for a couple of nights. We went and visited the big fort. We rode on an elephant.
Wait, when did we ride on the camels? Which one did we ride?
That was Jaisalmer.
Jaisalmer, that was the bit we forgot to say. Yeah, we went out into the desert at Jaisalmer.
We were rolling down the hills, me and Amelia. We had
I
sand
had so
all over.
Sand in my shoes. I could bet my foot was up on the top of my shoe, and I had to walk on sand. I'm like, oh, it was not comfortable.
No.
So Jaisalmer, we did forget that bit. So we went for a long drive out into the desert. And we went
4
for
hours. It was like 4 hours.
No, it was like an hour.
Oh wait, sorry, no, that was the flight to, from Singapore to Delhi. Sorry.
So anyway, we drove out into the desert. We met some desert people. Went for a camel ride out into the dunes. Took sunset photos, and then we had dinner with the desert villagers. Some more special desert food, and then
we had like this show.
Yeah, dancing show, including you can see on our Facebook page. We actually did some dancing.
Yeah, go to David's Facebook page. Say it out loud right now. Right now. What is it?
David Kelly.
David Kelly?
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Go to David Kelly.
You'll see photos of us dancing in the desert around the campfire.
Go to Roshu. Go to Roshu's Facebook page. What's it called? I don't know.
Raju Kumar.
Yeah. Go to Raju Kumar.
Okay, let's press on. It's been 12 minutes. Okay, so so that was Jaisalmer, and then anyway, Jodhpur. We had fun. We went and visited the fort, but again, the kids weren't so into it that day, so we didn't go to the Wind Palace or the City Museum and stuff we would have gone to.
Sorry. My bad.
That's okay.
My bad.
We'd seen lots of forts and temples and stuff by then.
Yeah.
I did forget to mention the rat temple, the mouse temple. I'll show you some photos of that too. We'll post.
Right, temple.
We had to drive 3 hours out of our way to go visit a mouse temple that was just covered in mice. Anyway,
I loved it. I love mice. Except for I got mice poo on my foot.
If you're an animal lover, you're gonna like Amelia. She's an animal lover.
if you're an animal lover, you'll like India, because there's a lot of them just wandering around randomly.
Yeah, but don't touch them. We've got
Camels and stray dogs and pigs and cows and oxes and
some
bullocks.
some of them had like flies around them.
all of them would. No.
So, Jodhpur, then we went to the markets, and then we got driven to Agra. On the way to Agra, we visited Fateh Sikri, which was beautiful, similar to the Agra fort. And then the Sikri.
Is that the Jain temple?
No, that was in
No, that was earlier.
Jaisalmer.
We haven't been able to talk about everything.
Fateh
Fateh Sikri was the fort, and then the kind of mosque with the great big white. And we went in and made wishes.
What's a mosque? It's a
Muslim church. So anyway, we went in and
I
made.
knew it was a church.
Remember we made prayers. We had the.
Put the hats on, the
We
screen
had to wear those Muslim hats on our heads.
That was the Taj Mahal.
No, that was later.
Oh. Really?
Anyway, the Sikri was beautiful, and then we kept driving to Agra. Daddy went and took some sunset photos of Taj Mahal, but while the others stayed in the car, we stayed in the first nice.
A bit sick.
We stayed in the first nice hotel we'd stayed for a while. Like
Wait, was it the? Oh yeah.
Remember that Taj Villa, and it had nice food in the restaurant.
Oh, the first time we actually had chicken nuggets.
Yeah. It was the first time Aiden and I had eaten for a while too, so it was just a pretty basic hotel, but compared to what we'd been staying in for 2 weeks, it seemed pretty good.
For us.
Anyway, so we stayed one night in the Taj Villas. The next morning we got up and went to the Taj Mahal.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was massive. There was like two temples. We walked in, and then there would be those. Just saying, when we went, lots of places that we went in India, lots of like army people, so they have lots of guns.
I was pretty impressed by some of the guns.
Yeah, I got close up to some guns.
Anyway, as Aiden said, there's the Taj Mahal has like the middle Taj.
I want to say, and okay, so there's like this big building. You walk through it, and then there you see it, the Taj Mahal, beautiful. But the thing is about India, there's lots of beggars, which is sad. Lots of poor civilians living on the streets and in little houses, and but sadly you don't always you can't give money. They'll just swarm you, but like at the Taj Mahal, there's heaps of just kids just walking around, and on the streets when we're in cars even, there would be kids like knocking on the doors saying, do you want this, do you want this? And it's just sad seeing kids like that. If you want to like go somewhere different to wherever you live, like if you live like in Australia or I don't know, America or something, definitely go to India. It's definitely very different. So just a little tip.
Thank you. And so then we
what's the Taj Mahal for? It's for the
it's a mausoleum for the king's wife.
Yeah, how she died in her 14th. Wait, was it 14th?
She died
child.
Giving birth to her 14th child. Yeah.
Her 14th, and then you had all these
other wives who also had children, yeah.
14th?
So he's the grandson of Akbar the Great. Well, Akbar means the Great, but it was the son of the Emperor Akbar, the Mughal Emperor, the grandson, sorry, and it was his favourite wife of his 3 wives. So, and then we drove from the Taj Mahal to Delhi.
And we stayed there for 3 nights?
Yeah, we stayed
in the Lalit,
Lalit,
which was so expensive.
So expensive?
Every night was 6,000 Indian rupee. 6,000 Indian rupee.
What was 6,000 Indian rupee?
The dinners.
Oh, the dinners, yeah.
Even just for
a couple of $100 for dinner, unbelievable. Just in a la carte restaurant.
Like, so Mum, very, very smart this holiday. Mum was, she had to, like, there was laundry. We had to do our laundry, and we figured it out, get it a bit as cheap as we could, and it was 100, like in the hundreds of dollars.
Like
and then
to do the laundry.
Mum had got it down to in the 70s, but still we had only like undies and like that kind of stuff. And then
when we got to Singapore, it was the same. It was like a couple $100 for laundry.
But we actually just got it for like 17.
Yeah, so Daddy found a Chinese grandma who does laundry in the shopping centre across the road, and she cost by the kilo, $12 for 3 kilos. So it was $16 for all of our washing. It's pretty good. Okay, so 3 nights in the Lalit in Delhi. We didn't do very much sightseeing there as we'd hoped because we were a bit tired by then. We went to Gandhi's memorial, which was beautiful, but we didn't go to the mosque or to the
mosque
fort,
was a bit
which we
far
wanted
away.
It would have been pretty, not really, but anyway, you guys just wanted to chill out in the hotel, which is totally cool.
There was a good pool there.
There was a good pool there. Okay, so after that, we came here to Singapore.
Long holiday, as you can see. It's like 19 or 18 minutes.
So since we've been in Singapore, we've been here 5 nights. Today's our last day. We're checking out in about half an hour. Our flight home is just after midnight.
Oh, Singapore time.
Yeah, but that's like...
Well, we've been adjusted to the Singapore.
It'll be 3 o'clock in the morning Australian time, so it's even worse. Anyway, so we're just going to pop out, have some lunch, maybe do some last bits of shopping, and then get to the airport. We've got a 8-hour booking at the hotel airport, so we can go and just chill out in the room there.
Yes. I hope I can get some sleep then, because it's going to be a long trip. That's going to be like 7 hours or 8 hours.
We're staying there for like a whole night. Then
Wait, is it spinner?
And then
I showed you in the video when we were unwrapping our cars and toys, but my fidget spinner. Yeah.
So he's taking that on the plane. All right, so we might wrap it up there. We're definitely going to edit some movies of all the photos and stuff that we've taken.
Oh, no, iMovie, not a movie is Daddy.
An iMovie. And yeah, thanks for your interest in our holiday.
Bye.
If you did,
Hang on, we'll just show them the room quickly.
look out the.
Mum's still packing.
Mum's packing.
She's taking a tag off from when we came to Singapore, I think.
Hi, Mummy.
Mum.
Oh.
She's
All right. So you want to take us out, Aiden?
So if you did enjoy the video, definitely leave those big thumbs up. Let's try to go for 10 likes. And thank you for the support you've been doing on our channel so far. And if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe for more videos. And yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.